What's up, everybody? This is Bryan Casella, BC. Welcome to another video, and welcome if it is your first video on my channel. You saw how popular my previous video was on what to do before you get your real estate license. I wanted to make this particular video on the steps required and what you must do after you get your real estate license. I still see a ton of confusion, and I forget that what is obvious to me, being a realtor, now having experience for years, is not so obvious to a newcomer or somebody who's a brand new agent. So I wanted to break down a few simple things to ensure that right after you get your real estate license, you're good to go. Now I'm gonna make this video assuming you've never seen another video. I give a bunch of tips in my other videos, so if you haven't checked those out, be sure to browse my channel. I'll put some cards up here and on the end screen to guide you the right way. But you have to understand that there's the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it. And a lot of people are not taught the right way. I have a ton of content for new agents giving them the light and the path. However, of course, because this is the way the world works, some people will come after they've already started or they've been in the business 2 or 3 years, and some people are lucky enough to find me early. So hopefully you fall into the category of finding this before you actually have already gone through the process, right? Now, let's start. What to do right after you get your real estate license? Well, this is where confusion number one pops up for a lot of people. A lot of people believe that when you get your license now, that you can start working by yourself. That's not the way it works, okay? You have to join a broker. When you start, you get a salesperson's license, right? That is just to be a regular salesperson. You will have to hang your license with a broker, which means they're gonna take you on, okay? Now, that does not mean you're joining a team. This is where mistake number two comes in, is people have this misconception. When you join a brokerage, you're still a solo agent. Unless you personally elect to join a team, you are still working alone when you join a brokerage. A lot of people think that when you join a broker, you're automatically part of a team. You're not. You still work as a solo agent, okay? And remember, when you get your license, you have to go to a broker. You can't just get a salesperson's license and start selling real estate yourself. That's not the way it works. Now, you could start your own brokerage by getting a broker's license, but that's a completely separate subject, okay? Now, this is a pivotal point for a lot of people, and one of the main reasons that so many people fail in real estate is this next thing. You join the company, you choose a broker, which I can cover here in a second after this. You show up the first day, the broker's like, there's your desk, there's your phone, get to work. And now it begins, and you're kind of sitting there clueless, saying, what do I do? This is why so many people fail. You're promised a lot of times all the bells and whistles, trainings, guidance, and you show up after you have your license and nothing happens, right? I hear so many people tell me that this was the case for them when they joined, and it's sad, and this is one of the reasons that there's such a low level of professionalism in this industry. A lot of people don't have sales skills at all, and so many people feel lost and continue to be amateurs because they do not have the right guidance, all right? So, before I jump into that, I want to talk a little bit about choosing a broker. Now, I'm a part of eXp Realty, and a lot of people who ask, I always say eXp is a great company. It's a new company, it's a cloud-based brokerage. If you want more information on that, you can message me on Facebook. I don't want to make this an advertisement for eXp. If you're choosing a brokerage, you need to find out what needs you want fulfilled. A lot of newer people want training, want guidance, want mentorship, want help. You need to find a company that's going to provide that. Not one that just tells you they're going to do it, but one that will actually provide it. Talk to some other agents, see what's going on. Message other people that you follow, right? Maybe in the comment section below right now, you can even state where you're at, what state you're in, and if anybody recommends a broker. And if you're local to me here in Southern California, I'll recommend a broker for you. Use this comment section here as a means for you guys to connect, okay? So you have to create a list of what you want. That might be guidance, that might be a one-on-one mentor. You might want to join a team. So you would more than likely want to go to a brokerage that has some successful teams, not the mom and pop brokerage down the street that has no teams, and when you tell them, can I join a team, they say, what's a team? That would obviously be the wrong choice. So that's something you can do, okay? Picking the brokerage, for a lot of people, they make one mistake by only focusing on the commission split, and let me explain to you why that's bad. Don't worry about the commission splits, okay? If you have to exchange 20, 30, 40, or 50% of your commission, however, the brokerage that you're gonna go to will have somebody that you can go under their wing, they'll teach you the ropes, and then in a couple months you can be rocking and rolling, already doing deals that is more worth than any sort of commission. 50% of 10 deals in a year is much more than 100% of 0 or 1, okay? I've been there, I've done it. I was with Century 21, they took a lot of my commission. However, I did get a lot of training in exchange for it. I didn't leave there until I'd been with them for a while, and I felt like we were now out of exchange. So don't focus on a brokerage just to see how much you're gonna get and what you get. See what they provide, and if you have to give up 10, 20, 30% or whatever it is, then make that decision. Do not base your decision solely on the commission split. One of the biggest mistakes people make. Okay? Want to make sure I don't lose you on that, all right? Now, you're a new agent, you picked it, now you're gonna have to literally have already a laundry list of activities that you have to do. This is where a lot of people, again, make another error that you do not want to do. Your immediate job now, after you got your license, you found a brokerage, you're good to go, is to start getting business and training immediately. You need to learn. There's gonna be the school or class knowledge, and there's gonna be the experiential knowledge, which is experience. So do not be afraid to make mistakes, guys. I'll repeat that again. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Otherwise, you're gonna bind yourself to inaction and you're not gonna get out there. The reason I so very quickly became a figure, an authority, is because I had been through it all very quickly. Sticky transactions, great transactions, bad transactions, things falling apart, getting back together, you name it. I've literally, virtually heard it all and seen it all. You want to talk to other agents, shadow them, see what it's like going on appointments with them. Sit down with the transaction coordinator, which is somebody who manages escrows and files, right? Sit down with them and have them explain to you what it's like going through an escrow. Get to know contingency periods, contracts. Start studying the stuff that actually is relevant to the actual business of real estate, not what you learned in the courses. A lot of the stuff that you learned in the courses will not apply now in field, okay? Other than that, you train, right? Through experience, now you gotta get out there and actually find leads and convert them into business. Now this is where so many waves of information are gonna be thrown at you, okay? Now if you hear any noise, that's my Sphinx cat down here being rowdy. A lot of gurus will tell you cold calling, door knocking, prospecting, the old ways are dead. I'm one on my channel that will push you very hard to get out there and cold call and door knock for many reasons. I'm not gonna explain here, okay? Now, what I invite you to do, the viewer, is pick one. I don't care what it is, even if it's against my advice. Pick one and you stick with it. Pick somebody to follow, whether it's me, this guy, that guy, doesn't matter. Pick somebody who has a system and follow it, period. That will now be your source of systems, CRM, customer relationship management system, right? A system where now you can build a database or a sphere of influence, what it's called. People that you know, people that can provide you leads, people that might buy or sell because they already know you. That's a sphere of influence, okay? Also, it's gonna provide you with some sort of lead generation tools and tactics, meaning how to find business, how to find leads outside of the people that you know that will want to buy or sell, and how you can capture them and how you can convert them. This is the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Now that you've gotten your license, all the schooling and all that is over, and now you're off to the races. You're now in competition with everybody else to find buyers and sellers. That's it. That's what you need to do. You need to find people, get them to know you, like you, trust you, then get to use you, and let's say your name is Bob, you, Bob, to represent them in the purchase of a home or the sale of a home. That's it. That's it. Now, I'm gonna be making subsequent videos to continue the series. I will stop it right here because I don't want it to be too long. I think 10 minutes is the threshold for a lot of people's attention, especially when it comes to this. Take some notes, watch this video again. Again, connect with each other in the comment section. This is a great opportunity for a lot of you guys to get to know each other. If you want to reach out to me regarding EXP or anything else, all the links to everything in my social media flashed in the beginning, and it's also in the description below. I offer a ton of stuff that you can check out. It's all in the description. Mainly, if you want to get up to speed on sales, some real estate stuff, and really getting everything together as a package, I offer a Modern Success program that's $97 a month. Up to you to join. Other than that, be sure that you like the video, be sure to subscribe, and take a very close look through my channel and browse and check out the cards as well, because I have compiled a lot of playlists that will help you, especially if you are a newcomer to real estate, somebody who's in the licensing process right now, or maybe if you've been in the business already and you haven't had the success that you've been wanting to have. Okay, so again, I appreciate everybody who has watched this, and I look forward to hearing your successes and seeing all the comments below. Team BC, I will see you on